one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Attention veterans, you've served your country. Now the Ohio State Building Trades wants you to build our state. A high-paying career is waiting for you in the skilled trades. Ohio tradesmen and women build the biggest construction projects in Ohio. And Ohio's building trades unions provide free on-the-job training. And with tuition-free paid apprenticeships, you can use GI Bill benefits to supplement your income. You'll learn as you earn a salary and benefits from day one, and you'll have the pride of telling your family, I built that. Learn more by visiting ohioconstructiontrades.com today.
Welcome back to the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. Guardians and Cardinals here at Progressive Field, Game 2 of the series. Last night, a shutout win for Sonny Gray and the Cardinals. 8th time this season that Cleveland has been shut out, and it came in back-to-back games now, and they are currently trailing only Texas and Kansas City in the big leagues. They've both been shut out 10 times, so it has been a tough go for this team for a while now. Difficult month of July offensively, and when we come back, Tom Hamilton talks about it with manager Stephen Vogt, the KeyBank Manager Show, coming your way next.
Nobody in baseball more confident swinging the bat with 2 strikes than Stephen Kwan. The pitch, Kwan bangs a base hit into left. Guardians take a 3-1 lead.
The AL Central Division rivalry heats up when the Guards host the Tigers in a 3-game series July 4th through the 6th at Progressive Field. Watch Stephen Kwan, Jose Ramirez, and Emmanuel Clase go head-to-head with Scooble in thrilling matchups all weekend long. Don't miss the action. Get your tickets now at CLEGuardians.com.
Listerine helps prevent and reduce gingivitis. Listerine is the #1 dentist-recommended mouthwash brand and is accepted by the American Dental Association. Rinse full strength for 30 seconds both morning and night to get germ-killing benefits and fresh breath. Shop for Listerine.
For young athletes to pursue their dreams. Excited to share here in 2025, a permanent home for the Greater Cleveland Sports Hall of Fame and Museum is being built. To learn more, visit clevelandsportshall.com.
Whether you're shipping from Cleveland or through Cleveland, choose Global Transport, Northeast Ohio's preferred provider for transportation and logistics management. With almost 20 years of providing trucking and logistics to many of Ohio's top companies, what's their key to delivering amazing service? Having the best players on the field. Whether in a truck or in the office, the team is loaded with all-stars. If you are looking for a great place to build your career, call them at 888-51-GLOBAL or go to workforglobal.com. Go Guards, and then go global.
Hi again, everybody. With Cleveland manager Stephen Vogt, this is Tom Hamilton. Welcome. It's the Manager Show, and it's brought to you by KeyBank. Cleveland and the St. Louis Cardinals go at it Game 2. And before we talk about last night's masterpiece by your former teammate, Sonny Gray, it was obviously made public that the players called a players-only meeting after a ball game. First off, how does a manager feel about that? But more importantly, Voter, you've been a part of it as a player. What is important about a team meeting, and what do you hope to gain out of that going forward?
Yeah, I mean, as a manager, if the players want to have a meeting, they have a meeting. This is all about them. This is all about those guys. We're here to support them. We're here to be along with them. But this is their team. This is their games, and we're here to help them along the way. So, anytime the players want to get together and meet and talk and get on the same page, absolutely go for it. That's up to you guys, and you have a feel for the clubhouse. You know when it's time, and what you want to get out of those meetings is let's not leave the building tonight until we have a good group mindset going into tomorrow. And this is what we're going to be on. And now it's where do we go from here? So I'm proud of our guys. I don't have any details. It's their meeting to have. So I'm excited to watch them play today, like I am every day.
One of the aspects of having a team meeting, if Hosey's playing the next day, that can have a big impact. It's amazing. He's back.
Yeah, Hosey's back. We got very fortunate that it was just the game and a half he had to miss. So obviously we'll monitor him, see how he's feeling throughout the day. But yeah, he wanted to be back in there as soon as possible.
How tough is that in a dugout during a ball game? I'm guessing he's prowling about the dugout.
Yeah, I kept feeling him behind me and pacing around. I'm not used to seeing Hosey not on the field. I'm used to seeing him over in his seat in the dugout. But yeah, he was awesome. He was very engaged with our guys last night, and he's ready to go today.
Sonny Gray, you caught him 45 times in Oakland. You were all-star teammates 10 years ago coming out of the Oakland A's. That had to be a tough night for you a little bit, too, wasn't it, emotionally?
Yeah, it was. I mean, obviously, I know what my job is. It's to help the Guardians win games. And, we had a tough game last night. We didn't, we weren't able to get anything going offensively. And then on the other side, so while I'm on one hand very frustrated and watching the game and trying to find ways to get us better, I got to enjoy one of the most beautifully pitched games by somebody I care about. And so it conflicts with your emotions. Obviously, more tied to the Guardians side of it. But I also love good baseball, and we need to get better. But Sonny Gray was some kind of special last night.
It's a catcher-pitcher relationship that probably nobody can understand except a pitcher and a catcher. Evidently, that doesn't end when you're not playing together anymore.
No, it's something that you have that bond for the rest of your life. Especially with catching somebody that much. And we grew up. We came up through AAA together with the A's, and so we have a lot of history. And you go through hard times, good times. Like you said, all-star games. You go through horrible games. You go through moments. You go through moments of personal loss, and you get very close on a personal level because you can read each other's thoughts. You read each other's minds. You know body language. You know what they're thinking, and so it's a very close relationship.
Well, I think you saw everything you needed to see. And I'm talking about somebody like me watching from up above after the ball game. Sonny Gray was obviously going to be the post-game interview star, but he wouldn't do it without his arm around his catcher. I guess that tells you something.
Yeah, Sonny's a pro. He gets it. He's thrown to a lot of catchers, and all of them are different, but you need each other. That's what's beautiful about baseball. It is very much an individual game, but you need your teammates to be successful, and that's no more special than a pitcher-catcher.
I guess no matter what we do chasing velo or spin rate, a guy that's 5'10", who throws maybe 92 miles an hour, how can he be so good, and how can the game keep that guy and maybe others to try to emulate him?
We just have to teach pitching. We have to talk about it. Command, control, understanding how to read swings, and that's a part of our game that some guys have and some guys don't. We have to continue to try and teach it and coach it. And industry-wide, it's not talking about just us. It's industry-wide. We need to talk pitching. We need to teach pitching, and I think it is just fun to see pitchers that can go out and do it still.
That is Cleveland manager Stephen Vogt. Tom Hamilton inviting you to stay tuned for Cleveland and the Cardinals next on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Every enterprise needs a reliable, high-performing network that can scale as needs change. That's why Everstream is expanding our business-only fiber network in the area. Our Ethernet, dedicated internet access, and dark fiber services deliver capacity up to 100 gigs. With class-leading low latency, no-charge bandwidth bursting, and direct peering to the cloud apps you use most. Don't settle for the telecom status quo. Choose a partner that's raising the bar for business connectivity. Visit Everstream.net today.
Step to the plate and experience the magic of the Baseball Heritage Museum at League Park, the birthplace of Cleveland's rich and diverse baseball history. Explore Cleveland's 100-plus-year Major League tradition, its connection to the Negro Leagues, featuring the Cleveland Buckeyes, the Latin and Hispanic influence, and the history of women in the game we love. Open Wednesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., perfect for a family outing or an afternoon of nostalgia. To learn more, visit baseballheritagemuseum.org today.
Come on, bottom of the ninth, down by one, man on.
Let's go, Guards!
Oh, that's gone! It's gone!
3 small frost
Frosty!
Guardians win, which means you win a free small Frosty. Head to any participating Wendy's within 24 hours of a home win for a free classic Frosty, new Frosty Swirl, or Frosty Fusion. Cleveland, you will have another dessert to remember.
Limited time only while supplies last. Limit 1 per person. Only valid in restaurant and a la carte. Not valid with other discounts or offers.
GE Sync smart light bulbs, fun strip lights, and more are a grand slam. With an easy-to-use app or voice control, you can turn your soft or bright whites to Guardians colors and light shows to create the ultimate indoor or outdoor game day experience. Your whole family will love the convenience and flexibility to choose from millions of colors from the comfort of your own couch. And you'll appreciate the peace of mind that reliable GE products bring. Visit GElighting.com and click on Shop to get your smart lights today.
About 10 minutes away from today's first pitch here at Progressive Field. Welcome back to the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. Time for the pitching matchup. Veteran right-hander Miles Michaelis is on the mound for the Cardinals. He's 4-5 with an earned run average of 4.31 in what will be his 16th start of the season. 2 starts against the Guardians in his career. He's 1-1 with an ERA of 2.08. That win came last year in St. Louis when he worked 6 innings and allowed just 1 run. He'll be opposed by right-hander Slade Ciccone, 3-3 on the season, an earned run average of 3.38, coming off shutout baseball in a win his last time out against the Athletics. This is Ciccone's first start against the Cardinals. That's your pitching matchup, and that'll do it for Guardians warm-up. Stay tuned. We have the starting lineups and first pitch. They come your way next.
The Guardians Warm-Up Show has been brought to you by Cleveland Clinic, proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Cleveland Guardians. By Progressive, for a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. By Bet365, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Also brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Guardians.
Copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Cleveland Guardians Baseball Company and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without expressed written consent.
Like your very own. You push your mind to help heal theirs. And you forge new paths to help fight cancers. Because when defying the odds is what you do, the right care can change everything. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
base. Mason Wynn, the shortstop, at second.
Spoonful. With so many flavors to choose from, Perry's has an indulgence for every craving. Grab a scoop at Progressive Field or find Perry's at your local retailer today and make every day a winner. Perry's is a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Hi, it's Bill Wills, back with you Monday morning. News, sports, traffic, and weather together on the 10s, WTAM 1100.
From Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, it is game number 81. Numerically, it's exactly the halfway point after the conclusion of today's game as the Cleveland Guardians and the St. Louis Cardinals do battle here off the shores of Lake Erie. Hi again, everybody. This is Tom Hamilton, along with Jim Rosenhaus and Brian Motze, as the Guardians and the Cardinals will follow up last night's affair in which Cleveland was nearly no-hitted and Sonny Gray nearly had a perfect game. Cardinals victorious by a final score 5-0, and now Cleveland has been shut out in back-to-back games, and they have tumbled to 500, 40-40. Believe it or not, the only team now in the American League Central Division above the 500 mark is Detroit. and that's why they're running away with this division. The Tigers now with a 9.5 game lead over the second-place Cleveland Guardians, and everybody else after Cleveland is under 500 when it comes to the American League Central Division. This is incredible because a year ago you were talking about 3 teams out of the division that were going to the playoffs, and right now Minnesota's 10.5 back, Kansas City 12.5 back, and in fact the White Sox are closer to the Royals than the Royals are to first place. That's how crazy this season is right now, as the Guardians and the Cardinals will meet here in the second game of this weekend series. Meanwhile, the Cardinals are playing their best baseball of the year. They have won 8 out of their last 11 ball games, and they are in the beginning stages of an arduous road trip from the standpoint they're playing 9 games in 10 days here in Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and then against their despised rival, the Chicago Cubs, at Wrigley Field. Cardinals now at 45-38. They're third place in the Central, and they trail front-running Chicago by 3.5 games, and they're only a game and a half in back of Milwaukee. The umpires today, it's Ryan Additon behind the plate, Ryan Wills at first, Will Little, the crew chief, at second, and John Bacon, the third base umpire. It is hot, it is humid, and the breeze is blowing out toward right again. So, great day. If you put a good swing on a ball, you'll get rewarded as a hitter here at Progressive Field. 325 down the lines, 370 to left center, 375 to right center, 400 to dead center. The 19-foot wall from the left field corner to center. A 9-foot wall from the right field corner to center. 3 decks start out in right center, work their way around the right field foul pole to home plate. 2 decks from home plate down the left field line, and then acres of bleacher seats in left and left center, high above the 19-foot wall. Slade Ciccone on the hill today for Cleveland, 26 years of age, 6'4", 230 pounds. We had a sellout last night. We'll have a big crowd here today. Again, it'll be over 30,000 for this game of Central Division foes. Obviously, one from the American League and one from the National League. You now play your other league, so to speak, 48 times. And for the Cleveland Guardians, their record now 12-16 against the National League. The Cardinals are 500 against the American League at 17-17. Slade Ciccone coming off his best outing as a Guardian. He'll feature a mid-90s fastball, a sinker, a cutter, a curve, a slider, a changeup. And Brendan Donovan, the left-handed hitting second baseman, leads it off. Ciccone, the set, the pitch, and it's swung on and drilled deep right center field and gone. And we're underway at the corner of Carnegie in Ontario, and it's deja vu. Another Cleveland pitcher gives up a home run on the first pitch of the game, and it's 1-0 St. Louis. Wow. Brendan Donovan, his 6th home run, and my goodness, he got a fastball right down Euclid Avenue and crushed it to right center. Here's Mason Wynn. The set, the pitch, and it's in there, a called strike. Wynn, a right-handed hitting shortstop, batting .253, 7 homers, 29 RBIs. Ciccone, the set and the pitch, swung on, rolled up the middle, and it's into center field, trickling off both Arias and Schneemann. Neither guy had a chance on a perfectly placed base hit up the middle. So Slade Ciccone has become still another Cleveland Guardians pitcher to give up a home run on the first pitch of the game. It's like a virus this year when it comes to Cleveland starting pitching. Unbelievable. Slade Ciccone's given up 7 home runs on the year, and Brendan Donovan hit his 6th. First ball swinging, Alec Burleson fouling it back upstairs, strike one. Burleson, a .300 hitter, and that means he's got the 5th best average in the National League at .300. 10 homers, 35 RBIs. The pitch, he showed bunt, pitch down and in, and the count 1-1. Well, Slade Ciccone, coming off that brilliant start in Sacramento 6 days ago, in which he went 7 shutout innings. 1-0 Redbirds, runner on, nobody out in the first. Burleson fouling it back. It's 1-2. Burleson, 2 hits, 2 RBIs last night, including a home run. Now the 1-2 delivery. And it swung on and missed. Struck him out with a mid-90s heater. So Burleson out number 1, strikeout number 1 for Slade Ciccone, who is backed defensively today by Stephen Kwan in left, Lane Thomas in center, Nolan Jones in right, Carlos Santana at first, Daniel Schneemann at second, Gabriel Arias at short, Jose Ramirez at third, and behind the plate, Austin Hedges. Righty-righty matchup. Wilson Contreras, the first baseman. Throw over to first in the dirt, but a nice backhanded pick by Santana as Wynn dove back safely. So it's 1-0 St. Louis. Folks are still coming into the ballpark. But Brendan Donovan jumped on the first pitch of the game to hammer one out of here. That pitch sails high, ball 1. Ciccone, coming in the Josh Naylor trade with Arizona, is making his 8th start. Remember, he was hurt at the outset. He is 3-3, ERA 3.38. The pitch up and in, spinning Contreras out of there. That was the slider that just backed up on him, and the count 2-0. Ciccone in 7 starts has no complete games. He goes 5 innings per start, averaging 9 strikeouts, 3 walks per 9 innings. Outfield deep, straight up for Contreras, batting .246, 10 homers, and a team-high 50 RBIs. Cardinals have 4 players in the lineup today, back-to-back-to-back-to-back. Burleson, Contreras, Nootbaar, Arenado, all 10 homers or more. Now the pitch, up and in, 3-0. So Ciccone off to a rough start. A home run, a single, a strikeout, and a 3-0 count on the ultra-dangerous Wilson Contreras. Now the next delivery. Inside, he walked him, not even close. So it's ball 4, sending Wynn to second, Contreras to first. Here's Lars Nootbaar. He has 3 home runs in his last 7 ball games. .228 batting average, 11 homers, which is best for the Cardinals. He's knocked in 35. Left-handed batter, Nootbaar takes the strike. First and second occupied, 1 out, first inning, 1-0 Cardinals. And when you've got Russ to bust, the PB Blaster is a Cleveland original since 1957. PB Blaster always working like a pro. Curveball strike makes it 0-2 on Nootbaar. Cardinals are 5th in the National League in runs scored. They average over 4.5 runs a game. 8th in the National League in homers, 7th in OPS. The 0-2, high, ball 1, 1-2. Left-handers tomorrow. It'll be a 12:05 start. Logan Allen against Matthew Liberatore to wrap it up. Toss to second base, not sure why. And faking the throw back to the pitcher was Arias, but Wynn didn't fall for it, stayed on the bag. Wynn was at second base when Ciccone turned and threw to the shortstop Arias, so no chance to pick him off. The 1-2, way outside, ball 2, 2-2. Ciccone does not use the windup. Always works from a set position, and you'll see him before he gets ready to deliver to the plate as he sets and delivers. Curveball, strike 3 called on the inside corner. A lot of times you'll see him kind of mimicking the motion that he'll use from the set position when he lifts that front leg and drives to the plate, trying to remind himself, stay back, stay back, stay back on that backside and the hip. Here's Nolan Arenado, the veteran, third baseman, today DHing. 2 out, 2 on, 1-0 Cardinals. And another good-looking curveball. That's his best pitch here in the early going, strike 1. Arenado hitting .246, 10 homers, 41 RBIs. Here's the set. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Fastball inside, almost got him. Spun out of there. And the And the pitch is in there, a called strike. Michaelis works quickly. He lets it fly, and Kwan sends one in the air. Medium deep to fairly deep left center, but routine for Scott, the center fielder. And that is out number 1. Here's Kyle Manzardo. Well, Cleveland's been shut out in back-to-back games, and they have had 3 total hits in those combined shutouts. Now, Michaelis is a guy that right now has been struggling. He delivers, and Kyle Manzardo, the DH, takes low. Michaelis, in his last 3 games, has lost them all and has given up 10 earned runs in 16 innings. The pitch, swing and a foul back. So that's not a guarantee of any kind of a carryover today in favor of the Guardians, but at least it's not Sonny Gray. 1-0 Cardinals. The pitch. Manzardo waves at it. 1-2 the count. Michaelis is a guy that features 2 fastballs, the sinker and the four-seamer, curve, slider, changeup. Low 90s with his fastball. Guy's been around a long time, 36 years of age. He deals, and the pitch whacked up the alley in right center. It's a base hit. Over to cut it off the right fielder, Burleson. Holding with the long single is Manzardo, who came in batting .219 with a dozen homers, 32 RBIs. And look who's back. 1 game is all Jose missed part of the game on Thursday, but Jose out with that bruised forearm last night after being drilled. And he's back. Hitting .317, 13 homers, 38 runs batted in. The pitch, and it drops in. A backdoor curveball, strike 1. Outfield deep toward right. Cardinals in their powder blue unis today with the red and white trim. The pitch, swung on, pulled foul down the right side, 0-2. Cleveland, the home white, navy blue and red trim. Michaelis has a record of 4-5, ERA .431. 16th outing, no complete games. He goes 5 innings per start, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks per 9. He delivers, and it's outside, 1-2. He's a run better than he was a year ago. His earned run average of .431 is a full run lower than a year ago. The next offering, check swing foul third base side, will do it again. Biggest reason is the long ball. He gave up 26 homers last year. He's only given up 7 this year. He's kept the ball in the yard. 1-0 St. Louis. 1 out, 1 on in the Cleveland first. The pitch, swing and a miss. Chase the curve down and in. And Ramirez out number 2, strikeout number 1. That'll bring up Carlos Santana, switch hitter batting left-handed, hitting .234, 9 homers, 37 RBIs. Lars Nootbaar in left, Victor Scott II in center, Alec Burleson in right. Give you the Cardinals, who are on the dirt after this pitch, and it's fouled back, strike 1. At first base, it's Wilson Contreras, Brendan Donovan at second, Mason Wynn at short, Nolan Gorman at third, and the catcher today, Joel Pozo. Now the 0-1. Up high, 1-1. Well, if Cleveland scores 4 in any of the first 4 innings, then 4 Bridgestone tires from Conrad's going out to Brian Topofsky of Creston. Here's the pitch. Way outside, ball 2, 2-1. You can enter for your chance to win. Visit econrads.com. As today's contestant in the Score 4, Win 4 New Tires contest from Conrad's is Brian Topofsky of Creston. Now the 2-1. Good looking off-speed curveball, 2-2. Well, I'm sure Michaelis took notes from Sonny Gray last night. Boy, he had Cleveland chasing the curveball, chasing the slider. He was magnificent. Now the 2-2, up high, full count. And that performance led to a closed-door meeting by the players, and it was a long one. Not involving the coaches, not involving the manager. Players called for it. And we'll see if there's any residual. The pitch, and strike 3 called. Another curveball. So out looking is Santana, and the beat goes on for the Cleveland Guardians. They've now gone scoreless in 19 consecutive.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Guardians.com.
The Bloom Daddy Show. Played out in and around Cleveland. Tomorrow afternoon, starting at 3 on WTAM 1100.
One 0 Cardinals on a check swing and going around too far. For the Redbirds is Nolan Gorman, the number 7 hitter. Yeah, Curtis just walked into a hornet's nest. But you know what? The sign outside our door says, enter at your own risk.
He's never going to come to bring your boss to work day again.
Nolan Gorman batting .217, 6 homers, 21 RBIs. The 1-1 pitch waved at 1-2. Curtis did share some really, really sad news, and not making light of this by any means. I know that transition isn't probably what I should have gone with. 1-0 Cardinals in the second. Slade Cicconi's pitch to Nolan Gorman hit high but fouled on the left side. Dave Parker passed away 1 month from going into baseball's Hall of Fame. He was going in with the late, great Dick or Richie Allen, whichever you prefer to call him. Here's the set and the pitch to Nolan Gorman. And the pitch down and in, 2-2. Dave Parker, one of the most incredible athletes to ever play the game of Major League Baseball, came out of Cincinnati, where he was a star football player. Can you imagine trying to tackle Dave Parker in high school? That's when you join the tennis team. The 2-2 outside, full count. Had a great career starting with Pittsburgh. And just, that's tragic that Dave Parker has passed away before he gets to enjoy his much-earned enshrinement in Cooperstown. Now the payoff pitch. And it's swung on, yanked to right, but foul. I don't know if we'll ever see a player. And remember when he came up in the 70s, nobody was that big, that physical, that athletic. There wasn't anything Dave Parker couldn't do. Now the payoff, swung on, hit in the air, fairly deep right. Jones broke in, goes back, and he makes the catch over his head. Burned, but somehow recovered and made the grab before he got to the wall with his back to home plate in right field for out number 1. I didn't think he had any chance to recover when he initially broke in.
Well, pretty good indicator there, too, of the carry that we're seeing today.
Here's the catcher, Joel Pozo, right-handed hitter, backs away from a slider strike.
Tom, I know Dave Parker, he put up great offensive numbers, but kids in our neighborhood growing up, we all wanted to play right field to make throws like him.
Victor Scott II takes up and in 1-1. He was truly a legitimate five-tool player. Now the 1-1 delivery. Swung on, yanked to left, but foul, and the count 1-2. Now you look at Dave Parker. I mean, he played 19 years in the major leagues. The set and delivery up high, 2-2. Dave Parker had over 2,700 hits in his career, a .290 lifetime batting average, an .810 OPS. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back. Dave Parker had 339 homers, nearly 1,500 RBIs. There were years he stole 20 bases. Joel Pozo batting .310, 2 homers, 9 RBIs. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. And that's always the controversy, Rosie, as Victor Scott II to the plate, 2 outs, 1-0, second inning. You know, guys that probably deserved to be in the Hall of Fame before Dave Parker finally got voted in by the Veterans Committee. Victor Scott II, speedy center fielder, takes a strike. And unfortunately, now he doesn't get to enjoy his big day. He had been battling Parkinson's. Now the set, now the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back, 0-2.
And it makes you wonder how he didn't get in sooner. When you look at, he was, in terms of outfielders, his generation, as dominant an outfielder in all those areas that you mentioned as anybody in the game.
Now the 2-strike pitch. Down and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, your thoughts and prayers to the family of Dave Parker and what should have been an incredible weekend and a month for the Parker family is, to say bittersweet is an understatement. The 1-2, tapped foul off to the right. Still a 1-2 count. Boy, the Pirates had some big men physically back in the day. Willie Stargell, Dave Parker. Just a couple. The 1-2 offering. Down and in. Did it get him in the foot? Must not have. 2-2. Well, don't let clogged gutters throw you a curveball. Hit a home run with Leaf Guard's clog-free, maintenance-free gutters. Call 1-800-LEAF GUARD today to get your free estimate.
That 79 World Series team, boy, when they would roll into town, that was a physically imposing bunch.
The pitch. Swing and a foul back. Yeah, that was the We Are Family team. Nobody messed with that family either.
I mean, they had some pitchers who were big men. John Candelaria.
Now the 2-2. High. Slider just didn't bite. Full count. 1-0 Cardinals. Second inning. 2 outs. Nobody on. Now the 3-2 delivery. Swung on, line to right, base hit. So that means Victor Scott II will at some point try to steal. He has 22 steals. He's been caught 1 time. He is third in the National League in stolen bases. And the leadoff man, Brendan Donovan, who hit the first pitch of this game over the wall in right center, steps in. 1-0, 2 down. Second inning. Toss over to first, wide of the mark, goes to the backstop, kicks back into foul ground, and a throwing error advances Victor Scott II to second. And my goodness gracious, Cleveland has been horrific defensively. They have now committed an error in 9 straight games, 16 errors in those 9 games. The pitch, curveball and a beauty. That one's on Slade Ciccone, and we've had almost like a virus of errors by Cleveland pitchers lately. But it's still only 1-0. Cardinals up, second inning. Runner at second. 2 down, the pitch. Fouled off the netting in front, or I should say above, Cleveland's third base dugout. The pitch. Fouled it again. Another good curveball. Still a 0-2 count. Ciccone lets it fly, and it's high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The next offering, high again. 2-2. Brendan Donovan hit the first pitch of the game over the wall in right center. He now has 6 homers, 30 RBIs. Third in the National League with 21 doubles. He looks at a backdoor curve that stayed on the porch, full count.
Ciccone just a little bit off with his command here today, at least through the first 2 innings, compared to his last time out when he threw the shutout baseball. Was razor sharp.
Now the payoff delivery. Curveball hit weakly on the ground to first. Santana will make the play unassisted. The error does no damage. The problem for Slade Ciccone, 49 pitches, and we're only 2
All-Star Week rolls up in the ATL, and MLB Network is your all-access pass, featuring all the top prospects in the Futures Game and Swingman Classic. All the selections from the first round of the MLB Draft.
The Washington Nationals select.
And all the swagger from celebrity softball to the All-Stars' big arrival on the red carpet show.
Stars!
It's showtime in Hotlanta. All-Star Week, only on MLB Network, July 11th through 15th.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Why the sheets not?
The Bloom Daddy Show. Played out in and around Cleveland. Monday afternoons starting at 3 on WTAM 1100.
Lane Thomas facing Miles Michaelis, and it's a breaking ball strike. 1-0 St. Louis, bottom of the second. Lane Thomas played parts of 3 years with the Cardinals. The pitch to him, and it just missed outside. 1-1. 1-0 Cardinals lead it. Second inning. Brendan Donovan hit the first pitch of today's game over the wall in right center. That's the difference. The 1-1. Check swing. He went around 1-2. 6 times this year, a Cleveland starting pitcher has given up a home run on the first pitch of the first inning. 6. The 1-2. Swung on, pulled foul, third base side. Still 1-2. Well, the Guardians are proud to partner with Cleveland Cliffs. That's America's iron and steel leader. To learn more, visit cliffsteel.com. The next delivery, Thomas swings through it. Good sinking fastball. Third strikeout for Michaelis, and they've come against the last 3 hitters. Daniel Schneemann batting .230, 8 homers, 21 RBIs. Cleveland has not been shut out in 3 straight games since 1991. The pitch, swung on, pounded, deep center field. Back is Scott on the track, makes the catch, a stride in front of the wall. Schneemann nearly put one out of here. 2 down for Nolan Jones, who had the only base hit last night in the masterpiece thrown by Sonny Gray. 5th inning single. Jones hitting .213, 3 homers, 20 RBIs. 1-0. Michaelis has not won a game in over a month. May 23rd, his last win. Now the 0-1. Swing and a foul on a pitch that almost hit Nolan Jones. 0-2. Michaelis, twice a National League All-Star. This guy also pitched 3 years in Japan, 2015 through 17. Now the 0-2. Strike 3 called on a fastball right down the middle of the plate. And we motor on to the third with the Cardinals on top 1-0 in the Cleveland Clinic radio.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by BetMGM. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Be set on our free iHeartRadio app and listen to Guardians Baseball.
2, 3, and 4 in Ali Marmol's lineup. Cardinals 1, Cleveland 0. Third inning. Mason Wynn, the shortstop, singled his first time. Slade Ciccone delivers, check swing, ball one, a little low, maybe a little outside. Slade Ciccone has not pitched well in Cleveland this year for whatever reason. Now, part of it is he hasn't pitched many games here. The 1-0, and it's, again, a little off the plate, 2-0. But in his 2 starts here, his ERA is almost 6. 5 starts on the road, it's 2.5. He fires, and it's in there. Strike that pounded the inside corner, 2-1. Mason Wynn, if he feels somebody breathing down the back of his neck, it's last year's first-round pick, J.J. Weatherholt. The pitch fouled upstairs, 2-2. Weatherholt has got a chance to be the St. Louis Redbirds shortstop in the not-too-distant future. Although Weatherholt is a guy they're also teaching to play second and third. Now the 2-2. Swung on, lifted in the air to left. Coming in is Kwan, going out Arias. Arias, the shortstop, makes the catch. J.J. Weatherholt was certainly a guy Cleveland had on their radars, the number 1 pick in the draft. But really what hurt J.J. Weatherholt with not only Cleveland but other teams, he had a really bad hamstring injury last year at West Virginia. And he had a similar hamstring injury the previous summer. Here's Alec Burleson, pitches a strike, and speed is part of his game. But he has got some kind of hit tool, and J.J. Weatherholt has all the intangibles that make him a special player. Burleson takes down and in 1-1, and right now Weatherholt is in Double-A for the Cardinals and hitting well over 300 and has already become a team leader. Now the 1-1. Swung on, pounded deep left field. Kwan bowling back, track, wall, makes a catch up against the wall and left. Burleson gave it a ride the other way. 2 down. And speaking of the first-round pick in last year's draft, the very first player chosen was Travis Bazzana, as Cleveland grabbed him from Stephen Kwan's alma mater, Oregon State, and he has been out much of this year with a very bad oblique injury. But president of baseball ops, Chris Antonetti, talked about him today as Wilson Contreras takes a strike. Travis Bazzana is in Goodyear, and he is soon going to progress to baseball activities. Contreras walked his first time up and in is the pitch, 1-1. And with those darn oblique injuries, you just can't put a target date. But when it happened, a lot of folks said it'll be August before Bazzana is playing again. We'll see if it's going to take that long. Now the 1-1, swung on, hit pretty well to right. Back goes Jones. He's on the track at the wall, made the catch, slammed into the wall and hung on. The Cardinals gave the ball a long ride on the last 2 at-bats here by Burleson and Contreras.
All-Star Week rolls up in the ATL, and MLB Network is your all-access pass, featuring all the top prospects in the Futures Game and Swingman Classic. All the selections from the first round of the MLB Draft.
The Washington Nationals select.
And all the swagger from celebrity softball to the All-Stars' big arrival on the red carpet show.
I mean, stars.
It's showtime in Hotlanta. All-Star Week, only on MLB Network, July 11th through 15th.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score
the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a walk-off grand slam or a base hit to center field. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Bet365, the official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Guardians. 21 plus only. Must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Bill Wills. Monday morning at 9:20, we'll catch up with Cindy Lauper, WTAM 1100.
Gabriel Arias takes strike one. 1-0 St. Louis, bottom of the third. The kick and the pitch. Michaelis delivering a called strike. It's 0-2. Arias batting .227, 5 homers, 29 RBIs. The right-hander, Miles Michaelis. The pitch got him swinging. Boy, they're getting him to really expand on the slider away, and that's what he chased there. 5 strikeouts. And that is out number 1. Here's catcher Austin Hedges. Hedgie in the lineup today, and one big reason is he's 4 for 6 lifetime against Miles Michaelis. The pitch. Curveball in there. Well, it's the Hyundai Grand Slam giveaway. And for Jennifer Robertson of Elyria, you'll get a prize pack from your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers with the Grand Slam. There's a little outside is the next delivery, 1-1. Visit HyundaiGrandSlam.com to enter for your chance to win. Good luck to Jennifer Robertson of Elyria. The pitch. Curveball lifted in the air to right. Not deep. Toward the line comes Burleson, and he makes the running backhanded catch. Oh, he came a long way, reached down and made a nice running backhanded catch just inside the foul line. Heck of a play by Burleson. And now there are 2 men out. And Stephen Kwan, the batter. Stephen Kwan flied to center his first time up. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-0 St. Louis on top of Cleveland here in the bottom of the third. Now the pitch. Stephen Kwan takes a strike. Cleveland trying to avoid being shut out for the 3rd straight game, something that hasn't happened since 1991. Kwan takes outside to even the count. And when it happened in 1991, some familiar names were pitching well, but took the loss for Cleveland. The pitch, and Kwan skies one in the air to shallow left. Nootbaar will make the catch. Toronto swept Cleveland and shut them out twice. Minnesota shut them out for the 3rd straight shutout, and guys like...
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What? Boom.
Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastball. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Cleveland's news, talk, and sports on WTAM 1100 and on 106.9 FM.
Fourth inning underway in downtown Cleveland. It's 1-0 Cardinals, and Lars Nootbaar's leading things off for St. Louis. Slade Ciccone delivers, and there's a chopper hit to the second baseman. Daniel Schneeman's up with it, throws to first for the out. A couple of pitches, one down here in the fourth, and certainly Slade Ciccone could use a couple of quick outs as he had 49 pitches through two, settled down a little bit in a 1-2-3 third. And now he faces Nolan Arenado with one down and the base is empty here in the fourth. Arenado grounded to short his first time up. Ciccone delivers. Breaking ball in tight. Ball one. Arenado, 10 gold gloves and pretty good season going defensively again. He has not committed an error in 52 games at third base. Next pitch to him, a strike on the inside corner. Consistently one of the best glove men at the hot corner in baseball throughout his career. And oftentimes highlight reel plays. Here's the 1-1. Fastball in there for a strike. And the count's now 1-2 on Arenado. 1-0 on the leadoff home run in the game by Brendan Donovan on the first pitch that Ciccone threw back in the first inning. The 1-2, called strike three on the inside corner. Two down in the inning on Ciccone's fourth strikeout. That brings up Nolan Gorman. He flied to right his first time up. Guardians trailing 1-0. And don't forget, when other roofers disappear, Legacy Roofing is there for you. Watertight or Legacy makes it right. First pitch is swung on and fouled back by Norman. Call 855-GOT-ROOF or visit legacyroofing.com/Guardians. Gorman at third base today after being the designated hitter last night. Here's the 0-1. That missed inside, and the count's now 1-1. 1 run, 3 hits for the Cardinals. No runs, a base hit, and an error for the Guardians. Ciccone delivers the 1-1. Just missed outside, went with the slider that time. And that was a pitch he used to throw a lot along with the four-seam fastball. Pretty much a two-pitch mix. Very heavy on both of those. The 2-1 on the outside corner, strike two called. And he says since being acquired by Cleveland, he's really been able to implement the curve and the change and the cutter a lot more to his benefit. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike three. Gorman down on strikes. Side retired in order. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's still St. Louis 1, the Guardians nothing.
At Cleveland Clinic.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
AM 1100.
Bottom of the fourth inning, it's 1-0 Cardinals as Kyle Manzardo leads things off. He has the lone hit so far for the Guardians, a first inning single. Facing Miles Michaelis, who delivers outside for ball one. Manzardo, he's been swinging the bat much better of late, and he says it's all about that good pitch selection and recognition, especially early in counts. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, and he drills one high and deep to center. Will it carry? Back is Scott. He's at the wall. Leaps. It's gone. A home run. Kyle Manzardo. And the Guardians have tied this game at 1. Back on the scoreboard for the first time since Wednesday night. Number 13 for Manzardo to dead center. You know, he mentioned he's been coming along at the plate again, starting to get hot, and they need some of that as Jose Ramirez steps in and takes a breaking ball strike. 416 feet to dead center off the bat of Manzardo. Next pitch to Ramirez outside for a ball. Jose struck out his first time up. Back in the lineup after a night off last night. Struck by that pitch on Thursday from Kevin Gausman in the forearm, and they held him out. Just to, not necessarily as a precaution, but just to give him a day to let that thing calm down, and now he's back in there. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball on the outside corner, 2-2. So 21 innings the Guardians went without scoring a run, but now they have tied this game at 1 off of Michaelis, who's right back to it. The 2-2 swung on, pulled foul outside of the Cardinal dugout on the first base side. What a day downtown as we have sunshine. Game time temperature was 82, a little less humid today. Just a good summer baseball day here. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, ground ball to first. Dug out by Contreras. He'll race to the bag. Just ahead of Ramirez for the out on a close play. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton back with you in downtown Cleveland at Progressive Field. Brian Matze up the street at Command Center, and Carlos Santana at the plate with a swing and a miss. Strike one. Santana struck out looking first time up. We have a 1-1 ball game here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Veteran right-hander Miles Michaelis into the wind. His pitch down low for a ball. Count now 1-1. Michaelis, 36 years old. He'll turn 37 next month, but the Cardinals people saying the stuff is still good. The 1-1 in tight, 2-1, and it certainly looks that way, at least to this point in the ball game. Just his third appearance against Cleveland. He picked up a win against them last year when the teams met late in the season, the 2-1. There's a strike on the inside corner. Prior to that, he was with Texas when he faced the Indians right here back in August of 2014. That was before his career took a turn and he went to Japan for 3 seasons. The 2-2. Outside, ball 3. It's really remarkable since coming back from Japan, the numbers he's put up as a Cardinal. As right now on that staff, he leads in most of the important pitching categories. The 3-2, down low, ball 4. Santana works a walk. And that's something Michaelis rarely does. One of the better command pitchers in the game today, and he issues a 2-out or a 1-out walk to Carlos Santana. Here comes Lane Thomas. Now through July 14th, download the Marathon Arco Rewards app. Enter the promo code GUARDS, and that'll put you in the Reward Yourself sweepstakes. First pitch to Thomas is popped up foul and out of play. That's your chance to win 4 Carnegie Club tickets. That's that brand new club behind home plate. Beautiful bar and restaurant area. Just a tremendous spot. And you can be there in the Reward Yourself sweepstakes from Marathon. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, fouled back up over the screen. But you have to download that Marathon Arco Rewards app first. Marathon driven together. Thomas struck out his first time up. Up there now with Carlos Santana at first base. 1 out in a 1-1 game. The 0-2 up high. 1-2 the count. Daniel Schneemann is next. Just missed a home run his first time up. He's over in that on-deck circle. Or close to it anyway. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, line drive down the left field line. Fair ball, and it rolls all the way to the wall. Racing to third is Santana. He'll be held up there as Thomas cruises into second base with a stand-up double. And now the Guardians have it set up. Runners at second and third. Only 1 out for Schneemann as they look to take their first lead on the day. Santana with that walk, and now the double from Thomas. His second double on the season. And now Schneemann, who flied to deep center his first time. Schneemann trying to get it going again results-wise at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And we say that because it seems like he's having good at-bats. Some line drives that have been caught, so maybe not getting the results, but still a good process at the plate. Here's the 0-1. That's upstairs for a ball, and it's 1-1. Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. That's where you can check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, T-shirts, and more at MLBshop.com. Now the 1-1. Swung on, grounded sharply to the second baseman Donovan. He's up with it, throws to first for the out, but that gets the run in with the infield back. Santana comes down from third and scores, and the Guardians take a 2-1 lead on the RBI groundout from Daniel Schneemann. RBI number 22, and when you're struggling to score runs, those are key plays. They get a runner in from third with less than 2 down. Nothing fancy, just a simple ground out, but it got the job done. Now Nolan Jones, and he takes a pitch inside for a ball. So 2-1 Cleveland. Jones, a strikeout victim his first time up. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, ripped foul down the right side into the stands in the lower bowl. And it's 1-1 on Nolan Jones. He'll be shy of a sellout today, but another good crowd on hand. On a gorgeous Saturday late afternoon and on into the early evening. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball drops low and outside. 2-1 the count. Well, we've seen a lot of curves today from Miles Michaelis. Here comes the 2-1. With a runner at third, here's the pitch. And Jones takes it low and away for ball 3. So a good hitter's count now for Nolan Jones with 2 outs. Trying to get that runner in from third. Infield plays him to pull. Here's the pitch. And he swings and pops it up foul, third base side and out of play. So full count on Nolan Jones. Left-handed hitter, swinging a better bat of late. Only hit in last night's game, spoiled the perfect game bid from Sonny Gray. The 3-2, swung on, and that's drilled to left center. It's hit well, headed toward the gap, and it hits the wall. bounds back into play, and Jones is on his way to second as Thomas scores from third, and the Guardians now lead it 3-1. Jones going the opposite way up the alley in left center. Victor Scott can run down a lot of baseballs, but he couldn't get to that one. And Jones drives in the run, his 21st RBI on the season, his 9th double, and it is a 3-run uprising for the Guardians here in the 4th inning. And that's going to bring a visit to the mound from the pitching coach, Dusty Blake, as the Cardinals have some movement in the bullpen, but no one quite yet throwing in earnest out there. The Guardians having as big an inning as they've had in a couple of days for sure. Their last win was Wednesday, that 10-inning victory over the Blue Jays when they won it 5-4. And they've got some good things done here offensively today. Enbridge Gas Ohio would like to remind you, whether you're an individual or a contractor, state law requires that you call 811 before you dig to have underground utilities marked. It's simple and free. Just dial 811 at least 2 business days prior to digging for your safety. Gabriel Arias steps in. Another runner in scoring position. It's Nolan Jones. And Arias takes a breaking pitch low and away for ball 1. Arias struck out first time up. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball. It was in tight, and he checked his swing. 2-0 the count. Another curve from Michaelis. Arias trying to stay off those pitches low and outside. He's had a hard time with that lately. The 2-0. There goes Jones taking off for third, and he'll steal the bag. No throw by the catcher Pozo. And Jones is now 90 feet away on his 5th stolen base. So with 2 down, ball gets past the catcher now. He could score. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball. Deep left center field, way back there. Home run, Arias. And it's the big inning for the Guardians. A 5-run inning. Cleveland now leads it 5-1 on the 2-run bomb from Arias. His 6th home run on the season. And we are giving away tires to Brian Topofsky of Creston. As anytime the Guardians score 4 or more runs in an inning in the first 4 innings, tires from Bridgestone and our friends at Conrad's. Austin Hedges steps in, lines one to right. That's a base hit. And this offense that had struggled mightily in back-to-back games has come to life. So once again, 4 new Bridgestone tires to Brian Topofsky of Creston. He's a winner in the Conrad's Score 4, Win 4 New Tires contest. 5-1 Cleveland as Stephen Kwan will step in. The Guardians have batted around against Michaelis. Here's the pitch, and it's in tight for ball 1. Kwan's 0 for 2 so far. A fly ball to center, a fly ball to left. Hedges at first, 2 down in the inning. Here's the pitch from Michaelis. Swung on, popped him up foul and out of play. Third base side. Well, the Guardians getting contributions from different parts of the lineup, and that's what's been missing, especially the bottom portion of the lineup. But Jones and Arias coming through here in the 4th inning. And now Kwan launches one high and deep to right. Gone into the bleachers. Or is it? Excuse me, it had bounced off the wall. Extra bases for Kwan. He's headed to third, and he's in with a slide. Hedges scores from first. Kwan with a triple, and it's 6-1 Guardians. Kwan with a smash off the wall in right. That is his first triple on the season. Now with 25 runs driven in. And the Guardians with a 6-run inning lead at 6-1. Manzardo will bat for the second time in the inning. He started it with a home run. And he takes a pitch outside for a ball. Matt Swanson is warming in the St. Louis bullpen. But Michaelis has had a rough fourth inning. And the Guardians are still working on it as Manzardo swings and misses at a pitch up high. Now the set. And the pitch. And Manzardo drills one high in the air to right center. But Scott on the run makes the leaping catch midway through the warning track. And that retires Manzardo and the Guardians. But what a hand from the fans here in Cleveland as the Guardians score 6 runs in the fourth. And we'll head to the fifth.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What?
Boom.
Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastball. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Solution that will grow your business. Visit them at brilliantsign.com.
Hi, it's Bill Wills. We'll catch up with Tom Hamilton Monday morning, 8:45. News Radio, WTAM, 1100.
Now, Slade Ciccone with some heavy-duty run support heading into the fifth. He has a 6-1 lead to work with, and he fires down low to Joel Pozo, the catcher. And the count is 1-1. 6-1 Cleveland. The Guardians exploding for 6 runs on 7 hits in this one. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, foul back. And the count 1-2 on Pozo, who struck out his first time up. Took a little bit for Ciccone to settle in. He had made 49 pitches through the first 2 innings. But he's now retired 7 straight as he gets started here in the fifth. Here's the right-hander's 1-2, and that's swung on and lifted high in the air to right. Under it, Jones, and he makes the catch for the first out in the inning. Victor Scott will step in. Singled his first time up. Speedy center fielder. Man, can he go get him in center. Struggling a bit at the plate of late. Here's the pitch to him. He swings, pops it up. Shallow left. Kwan barely has to move and makes the catch for the second out in the inning. And again, boy, Ciccone really settling in and making minimal pitches here. through the middle innings. Right now he's at 76 pitches in the game, and he'll face the top of the lineup, Brendan Donovan, who took him deep on the first pitch he threw today, but that's been it for the Cardinals. Donovan with his 6th home run leading off the ball game. Up there now with 2 down, bases empty. Here's the pitch. And it's down low for a ball. One and 0 the count. Here it comes from Ciccone, and that's swung on and slapped foul off the netting on that third base side. 1-1 now on Donovan. Facing Slade Ciccone in his first season with Cleveland. And wow, as he had taken a big step forward. Here's the 1-1. Just outside, 2-1. He was saying yesterday that just knowing that he's in a starting rotation has been extremely beneficial for him. He had bounced back and forth a little bit between the rotation and pen in his big league time with Arizona. Next pitch, just missed inside for ball 3. But like most starting pitchers, very routine oriented, and he's able to get into that routine now between starts. Here's the 3-1. Down low, ball 4. So he issues a 2-out walk to Donovan, and that'll bring up Mason Wynn. Wynn's 1 for 2 with a single his first time up. Guardians up 6-1 here in the 5th. Get your injury report presented by Elk & Elk. For a team of injury lawyers, get dedicated to every client every day. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Here's the pitch to Wynn. Swung on, line drive to left. That's a fair ball down the line up against the wall. On his way to third is Donovan. He'll be held right there as Kwan gets it in quickly, but it's a double for Mason Wynn, and the Cardinals now have runners at second and third with 2 away. Double number 15 on the season for Mason Wynn. And here's Alec Burleson. Burleson's 0 for 2, and here comes Carl Willis, the Guardians pitching coach, to have a chat with Slade Ciccone. On that injury report, good news for Paul Sewald and Trevor Stephan. They both threw last night for AA Akron and took another step toward rejoining this ball club. They're both on injury rehab assignments. Stephan coming back from Tommy John surgery and progressing well, and Sewald with that shoulder lat issue that has set him back, and he's making progress too. As again, both pitched well for Akron last night in 1 inning of work. Shane Bieber, next step for him, some live BP, is another good bullpen session for him yesterday, so he continues to make progress. Mound meeting complete, and Alec Burleson steps in. Big left-handed batter. Here's the pitch to him. He swings and pops it up high in the air, foul. Third base side, out of play. Matt Festa starting to throw out in that Guardians bullpen. On the other side for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker there, a really good young prospect. Came down with appendicitis and they had to shut him down earlier this week, but it looks like he's going out on a rehab assignment soon for St. Louis. Here's the 0-1. Fastball missed inside. 1-1 the count. Bright sunny day here, and the late day shadows are starting to pull across the diamond from the third base side. The 1-1. Down low, 2-1. Those shadows from the light towers coming across the third baseline. And right now the hitter in one of those shadows, pitcher in sunshine. The 2-1 swung on, and that's bombed foul deep down the right side, way on out of here. And off the second level of the corner bar area down that right field line. Second and third, 2 away. Guardians up 6-1 here in the fifth. Cardinals trying to chip away at Slade Ciccone. The right-hander out of the University of Miami, ready to go. Here comes his 2-2 to Burleson. In tight, ball 3. Tried to pound him inside with the hard stuff. Burleson laid off. Payoff pitch coming. Here it is. Swung on, and that's lined to shallow left. This will be a tough one, and it drops right in front of Kwan. That's going to score 2 as Donovan is followed by Wynn, and it's a 2-run, 2-out single from Burleson. And the Cardinals are back on the scoreboard. It's now Cleveland 6, St. Louis 3. For Burleson, that's his 36th and 37th run driven in, and that's going to be it for Slade Ciccone. Here comes Stephen Vogt. He's going to make the pitching change right here in the fifth inning. We'll take a timeout. And back with more after this as it's 6-3, the Guardians over the Cardinals.
Hey, sports fans, there's no better feeling than when...
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network. The MLB Network Podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
Veteran right-hander Matt Festa has come on in relief for the Guardians here in the top half of the fifth inning with a runner aboard and Wilson Contreras stepping in. It's 6-3 Cleveland. Contreras has walked and flied to deep right in 2 trips. Festa's ready. Here's his pitch, and it's swung on and fouled off at home plate for strike 1. For Matt Festa, appearance number 23 on the season. After being acquired about a month into the year from Texas, 1-1, an ERA of 3.98. Here's his pitch. Swing and a miss. Stayed up and in with the cutter that time, and quickly it's 0-2 on Contreras. Former catcher, now first baseman with the Cardinals. Early portion of his career with the Chicago Cubs, and now with their arch rivals. 0-2 the count. Festa lets it go. Swung on, blooped foul, and out of play into the club seats on the first base side. So we'll do it again on 0-2 to Contreras. 2 runs in the inning for the Cardinals. The 2-run single by Alec Burleson chased the starter Slade Ciccone. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to right. Back on it is Jones. He's there, and he makes the catch to retire the side. So Festa does the job. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Guardians 6, the Cardinals 3.
When was the last time you got...
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What?
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastballs. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
AM 1100.
New pitcher on for the Cardinals as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. The day is done for Miles Michaelis. And it's right-hander Matt Swanson who comes on to pitch for St. Louis. 6-3 Cleveland. Jose Ramirez, the batter, the pitch to him. Down low for ball 1. Ramirez is 0 for 2. He has struck out, bounced to first. Guardians with a 6-run 4th inning that turned this game around. And they still lead at 6-3. Here's Swanson's pitch, and it's swung on and skied to center. Fairly deep, but back on it is Scott, and he's there to make the catch. One away. This message from our friends at Cleveland Clinic. Accidents do happen, and if your child has sustained a broken bone, access a Cleveland Clinic pediatric specialist quickly by visiting clevelandclinic.org/pediatric fracture, and he'll have all the details for you. Here's Carlos Santana. The pitch to him. Breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike. Santana has struck out and walked in 2 trips. The walk coming as part of that 6-run 4th. The right-hander Swanson with the 0-1, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Swanson appearing in his 12th major league game. This is his rookie season. No wins or losses, an ERA of 3.45. 15 strikeouts in 15 2/3 innings, but 8 walks. Next pitch is swung on and fouled off. And it's 0-2 on Santana. Now the 0-2 pitch from Swanson. And it's outside for a ball, 1-2. Well, a rough one for Miles Michaelis. Ends up working 4 innings, allows the 6 runs on 7 hits. 5 strikeouts, 1 walk along the way. Here's the 1-2, up high for a ball. 2-2 the count on Santana. 1 out, bases empty here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 6-3. Cleveland in front. The pitch to Santana is swung on and popped up foul out of play, third base side. Facing the big right-hander Matt Swanson, 6'4", 245, 26 years of age. Picked up in a trade with the Blue Jays back in 2023 in exchange for longtime infielder for the Cardinals, Paul DeYoung. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike three. Santana down on strikes. 2 down here in the 5th. And Lane Thomas will step in. Thomas, 1 for 2 with a double his last time up last inning. Swanson ready to go. Here's his pitch. Swung on, popped up foul. This one out of play on the first base side. Now Swanson's ready with the 0-1 delivery. And it's down low. 1-1 the count on Lane Thomas. Swanson, a former 13th round pick of the Blue Jays back in 2021 and then traded over here to St. Louis. Next pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 1-2 the count. Pitched his college ball at Lehigh University in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Here's the 1-2, way upstairs. 2-2 the count. That one got away from Swanson. The Guardians finally breaking through for the big inning here today after Miles Michaelis was cruising through the first 3, but boy, they got to him in that 4th inning. Couple of home runs in the inning. The 2-2 swung on. There's a tapper to short. Wynn has it, fires to first in time for the out. Side retired in order, and we're headed to the 6th. Guardians 6, Cardinals 3.
GE Sync smart light bulbs, fun street.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by BetMGM. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
You a state-of-the-art signage solution that will grow your business. Visit them at brilliantsign.com.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton.
News and politics and who knows.
Monday from noon to 3. WTAM 1100.
6-3 ball game. Cleveland with the lead. We go to the 6th. Second inning of work for Matt Festa. Lars Nootbaar leads it off and takes a called strike. Tom Hamilton back with you on this glorious summer day off the shores of Lake Erie. Along with Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Motze. Shadows starting to become a factor as the pitch is waved at 0-2. Not a cloud in the sky. 82 degrees at game time. Breeze blowing out. And now the shadows from the light standards creeping into the home plate area and the pitching mound area. The pitch swung and grounded sharply to short. Diving backhanded grab by Arias. Throws from his knees wide. Good stretch and catch by Santana, but the foot came off the bag. What an effort by Gabriel Arias. on a smash that took him toward third with a diving backhanded stop and a throw from his knees just a touch wide, or it would have been a sensational out. Nootbaar gets credited with an infield hit. Slate Ciccone went 4 2/3 today. Gave up 3 runs on 5 hits, struck out 5, walked 2. He cannot get credit for the win. Righty-righty matchup. Nolan Arenado turns away from a slider inside for ball 1. Arenado, ground out, strikeout. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, line drive. That'll be a base hit. It'll get down near right center. Thomas cuts it off in the gap. Arenado with a long single, but scampering to third is Nootbaar. And just like that, the Cardinals have the tying run at the plate in Nolan Gorman. And Cleveland's got a busy bullpen. Left-hander Tim Herron up for the Guardians. And the Cardinals have left-hander John King warming in their pen. Eric Sabrowski made his season debut last night, was outstanding, but manager Eric and manager Stephen Vogt was saying, as the pitch to Gorman is ripped foul down the right side, Voter said, I'm not ready just yet to have Eric Sabrowski pitch back-to-back days. Got to be careful. Even though he's healthy, feeling great, this is the major leagues, and you don't want to just go full go right from the get-go. Pitch swung on, laced to center. That's an RBI single. Nootbaar will score. Arenado stops at second, and now it's a 6-4 ball game. And the Cleveland lead, which had been 6-1, is now in a treacherous spot with pitching coach Carl Willis heading to the mound. Give Nolan Gorman RBI number 22 on that rip job to center as Lars Nootbaar scores. And so 3 straight singles off Festa here in the 6th inning. Of course, Cade Smith has been dealing with back and neck issues. And according to manager Stephen Vogt, was not sure when we recorded the managerial show several hours before the game if Cade Smith could pitch. He had to go out, play catch, see how he felt. But one would guess that Cade Smith might be down another day, but we'll see. Here's Joel Pozo and the pitch high. Cleveland playing for a double play here to try to get out of this jam. Nobody out, first and third occupied. 6-4 Cleveland in the 6th. Righty-righty matchup. Pozo 0 for 2. Bangs one wide of third by the diving Ramirez. Base hit to left. Everybody moves up one, and they're now loaded. And I would think that's all for Festa. 4 straight hits off Festa. And the runners are now in a situation in that you've got the tying runs in scoring position, the go-ahead run at first base, 4 straight singles, nobody is out. The number 9 hitter due up is Victor Scott II, and Tim Herron being summoned from the Cleveland bullpen.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Guardians. 21 plus only, must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
Weather when you need it. Your severe weather station is WTAM 1100.
The Indiana Hoosier Tim Herron coming on, 6'5", 225. Fastball, sinker, curve, slider for the southpaw. Bases loaded. Victor Scott II drills a base hit to right. This will tie it up. Arenado and Gorman will score. Heading to second with a double as the throw went into first is Scott. And a misplay in right by Nolan Jones, and we've got a 6-6 ball game. Scott jumped on the first pitch and yanked it to right, fairly close to the line. Nolan Jones went over there and threw the ball back to first, and Scott, who can fly, scampered to second. In to score were Arenado and Gorman. Pozo advanced to third. Now the infield end, top of the order, Brendan Donovan takes up high, ball one. 5 straight hits by the Cardinals, and still nobody out. 3 runs in, 6-6 game. Infield in, left on left, the pitch to Donovan, and he cuts and misses a strike, 1-1 the count. Boy, and the number 9 hitter, Victor Scott II, with a couple of big hits today and now 26 RBIs on the year. Boy, can that kid fly. The pitch from Herron, swung on, lifted high in the air, fairly deep center. This game won't be tied much longer. Catch is made. Thomas throws to third. Pozo tags, scores, throw to third. Head first slide, and Scott just beat it. So Pozo scores the go-ahead run. A gambling base running decision by Scott. And just the speed and the head first slide of Scott got him in ahead of the tag of third baseman Jose Ramirez. But the Cardinals have played at 4, and they've got another runner still at third with 1 down. And St. Louis now with a 7-6 lead. Here's Mason Wynn, infield in, pitch down and in, knocked down by Hedges for ball 1. So the Cardinals, with 5 straight hits to start the 6th inning, then a sac fly, and an aggressive move to get to third by Scott. The pitch, swing and a foul back, 1-1 the count. So St. Louis, a team that's won 8 out of 11, a team that has climbed to within 3.5 games of first place Chicago in the NL Central, has roared back from a 5-run deficit and leads 7-6. The pitch, swing and a chopper to second. It'll take Schneemann to his left and back a bit. He'll throw out Wynn, but because he had to move back into his left a bit, easily scoring is Scott II. And the Cardinals have had 5 hits, and all 5 that got aboard with a base hit have now scored. Give Mason Wynn the ground-out RBI, his 30th, and St. Louis is back on top, now by 2 at 8-6. Here's Alec Burleson, started the comeback last inning, takes outside a ball on a sinker. Burleson had a 2-run single to left last inning with 2 down. That made it a 6-3 Cleveland lead. The pitch up high, called a strike, 1-1. Now the Cleveland bullpen last year had a season for the ages. You just can't replicate those kind of years back to back. The pitch, strike, painted the outside corner with the hard stuff, 1-2. And while Cleveland's bullpen is still one of the best in baseball, it's not bulletproof like it was a year ago. The pitch, swing and a miss, chased the breaking ball way outside. Hedges picked the ball up, tagged out Burleson. He didn't have to go far because Burleson was firing the helmet into the ground, firing the bat into the ground, and now his batting gloves are taking a beating. Meanwhile, the Cardinals plate 5, and they are now back on top 8-6 in the middle of the 6th.
Guardians fans, want to catch the game in serious style?
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan, and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The left-hander Steven Matz now into pitch, and he misses up and into Daniel Schneemann, ball 1. 8-6 Cardinals, bottom of the 6th. The pitch, Schneemann takes a strike to even the count. Schneemann 0 for 2 with an RBI on a ground out. Matt Svensson, Svensson went a scoreless inning, had a strikeout. It's the next pitch. Another strike, and it's a 1-2 count. Now the kick and the delivery. And Matz's pitch is swung on, roll to first, handled by Contreras. The flip to the pitcher, Matz covering. And that's out number 1. Well, you talk about a kick in the stomach for Cleveland. The Cardinals just delivered it. Cleveland had been shut out 2 straight games. They are up for 6 in the 4th to have a 6-1 lead. Slade Ciccone seems to be in complete command of this game, and the Cardinals have scored 7 unanswered runs in the last 2 innings. Pitch is outside to Nolan Jones, 1 for 2 with an RBI double. Matz doesn't waste any time, and he pumps one in there to even the count at 1-1. Matz, you'll get that fastball and sinker up there in the mid-90s. He kicks, fires, And the pitch swung on, bounced to the second baseman, backhanded by Donovan, throws over, 2 down. This is a massive inning for the Cardinals to try to hold on to the momentum after trailing 6-1 going into the 5th when they scored 2 and then 5 here in the 6th to take an 8-6 lead. Mance is making his 24th appearance. He's 4-2 with a save, .350 ERA. He delivers. The pitch swung on, a tamper by the mound, charged at short. Wynn can't make the barehanded play. Gabriel Arias legs it down the line for a base hit. Now Arias, who has been in such a slump, you know it's your day when you hit a 427-foot bomb to left center, a 2-run home run in the 4th when Cleveland scored 6. And then your next time up, you hit a little weak chopper that somehow gets by the mound, and the shortstop Wynn really didn't have a play on it. So you have a 427-foot home run and then about a 70-foot single. Here's Austin Hedges, 1 for 2 with a single. The pitch, and he bangs one foul third base side, strike 1. 8 runs, 10 hits St. Louis, 6 runs, 8 hits Cleveland. Big crowd on this warm summer day off the shores of Lake Erie. Now the 0-1. Hedges takes, it's a little bit wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cleveland's 6-run 4th highlighted by a Kyle Manzardo solo homer to center and the Arias 2-run blast to left center. Hedges cuts and misses at the changeup. 1-2 the count. Nolan Jones had an RBI double. Stephen Kwan an RBI triple. Daniel Schneemann knocked in a run with a ground out. Now the pitch. High. 2-2. Cardinals today, man, Brendan Donovan's had a good series. Solo homer today, a sac fly. 2-run single by Alec Burleson. 2-run double by Victor Scott the second. Hedges pops one up foul. This is behind home plate but playable. Pozo makes the catch. And a big inning for Steven Matz and the St. Louis Cardinals. They keep the momentum as they keep Cleveland off the board.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game. That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
At locals since 1937.
Weather when you need it. Your severe weather station is WTAM 1100.
Left-hander Kobe Allard has entered for Cleveland. We go to the 7th. St. Louis with an 8-6 advantage. Wilson Contreras, the cleanup hitter and first baseman, 0 for 2 with a walk, and he takes a strike. Now this is a clear indication that Cade Smith, after playing catch, still not able to pitch here today. The wind and delivery, and it's waved at 0-2. You could sense how important this game is for Cleveland and manager Stephen Vogt when he went to the bullpen in the 5th inning with 2 down. Here's the windup. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, drilled to center field. It'll get down, and it is going to scoot all the way to the wall. And on his way to second is Contreras with a double, his 19th. Slade Ciccone had gotten 2 quick outs. Then he gave up a 2-out, 2-run single. And that was the end of the day for Ciccone as Matt Festa came on to get the last out in the 5th. But there's a sense of urgency surrounding this game for Cleveland. But the fact Cade Smith is not in here now tells you all you need to know. Lars Nootbaar takes outside, ball 1. Nootbaar 1 for 3, a single. Cleveland's not had many opportunities to use the back end of the bullpen recently. That happens when you're not scoring and not winning. That pitch in there, a 1-1 count. And again, they want to stay away from Eric Sabrowski at this point. Just activated, made a season debut last night. They do not want him pitching back-to-back just yet. Pitch way outside, ball 2, 2-1. And you may say, well, why not? He's healthy. There's a different adrenaline. There's a different effort level in the majors than there is when you're on rehab. The pitch, swung on, skied foul, down the left side into the lower deck. And a 2-2 count on Lars Nootbaar, 1 for 3, an infield single. And again, remember with Eric Sabrowski, he's already had Tommy John surgery twice in his career and basically missed 3 months this year with elbow and forearm issues again. Now the 2-2. A little bit high with a curveball. Full count. Kobe Allard, a first-round pick by Atlanta in 2015. He came out of high school and was the 14th player chosen overall in the draft 10 years ago. Now the payoff pitch. And strike 3 called to the dismay of Lars Nootbaar. Fastball nicked the outside corner for out number 1. Here's Nolan Arenado. But normally, Kobe Allard is your long man. You're not normally using him as a bridge man in the 7th inning, but that's the case today, which would be another strong indicator. Cade Smith not ready to go. Throw to second, they got him picked off, but a double clutch, and Schneemann never threw the ball to third. They had him picked off. Allard whirled on the timing throw to Schneemann at second. The throw was high. Schneemann had to go up and get it. Contreras never broke back for second. He broke for third. Schneemann then, after the leaping grab, double clutched, never threw to third. And Contreras with a steal. And now the infield in. And the pitch swung on a chopper to short. Coming home, Arias' throw is in time. Throw back to first by Hedges. Double play! Hedges tagged out Contreras, who went in standing. He never slid at home plate. Then Hedges whirled and fired to first for an inning-ending double play. Unless the Cardinals challenge the call, and it looks like they will. I have no idea why Contreras wasn't sliding into home. Just kind of gave up. Right now it's a 6-2-3 double play. A heck of a pick at first by Carlos Santana. And we'll see what they say in New York if the inning is over or not. Hey, that was bizarre. First Contreras steals third on a pickoff play. So well done by him. And then with Arenado at the plate, the infield in, Arenado with a chopper to short. Arias gunned it home. Contreras basically gave up about 8 feet from home plate and went in standing. was tagged out. That enabled Hedges to whirl and throw to first. Initially called an inning-ending double play with Arenado still at first as he feels he beat the throw, and the replays we have seen would seem to indicate this call will be overturned. But the one thing we have learned is just when you think you know how the call will come out of New York, it's polar opposite. But for sure, there are 2 outs regardless, as Arenado, if he's at first, Contreras is still out at the plate for the second out in the inning. It's taken New York a little bit longer than you would think. And again, one of the things you have to remember, they have many more camera angles than what we see here on our television monitors. So the folks in New York get angles that we don't get. Here's the call.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. St. Louis will retain their count.
So the call is overturned. Arenado on with a fielder's choice. Contreras out at the plate, 6-2. And that's a big out at the plate because it keeps it 8-6 St. Louis. 2 down in the 7th. Runner at first. And the batter, Nolan Gorman, 1 for 3 RBI single. Left on left matchup. Allard's pitch. And it's at the top of the zone, a strike. Well, the good news is if you're a Cardinals fan, you have the lead before these shadows become really difficult in the next inning. The pitch. Backed him away, a curveball up and in, 1-1. The shadows now from the roof line in the upper deck down the third base line are creeping into the home plate area. Makes it really tough for the hitter as Allard misses up with a fastball in the count 2-1. The pitcher's going to be in sunlight for some time yet, but the hitter is going to be in shadows here very soon. The pitch. And a strike call top of the zone again. I don't think Nolan Gorman and Ryan Addison, the home plate umpire, will be having dinner together at the outstanding Marble Room. Stone's throw from this ballpark. If they are, could end in a food fight. Gorman climbs back in. 8-6. Cardinals up in the 7th. Runner on, 2 down. The pitch. Swung on, drilled toward the gap in left center. Sliding over to grab it is Thomas. And Gorman is the 3rd out. So Kobe Allard got out of it. And the Cardinals not able to add to their lead. Stretch time.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
For solutions inside and out. And you create new ways to keep moving forward. Because managing a condition is a win worth celebrating. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Stephen Kwan from Steven Matz, and he bunts a line drive to the first baseman, Wilson Contreras. Well, we'll find out later. Is there a full moon expected tonight?
Maybe.
This is a wacky game. Stephen Kwan, as Kyle Manzardo takes the strike, hit a line drive to the first baseman, bunting. Second inning of work for Matz, 8-6 Cardinals. Bottom of the seventh, Manzardo takes a breaking ball down and away. Manzardo finally got Cleveland on the board after back-to-back shutouts against Cleveland. He hit a solo homer to center in the fourth. That pitch swung on, popped him up. Down the third base line and foul ground halfway to home plate is the third baseman, Gorman. And that's out number 2. That'll bring up Jose Ramirez. He'll swing it right-handed. Jose Ramirez is on his way to Cooperstown. And on his way to the mound is manager Ali Marmol. Most managers, look, it's pick your poison with Jose, but Stephen Vogt was saying Jose Ramirez is a Hall of Fame player.
All-Star Week rolls up in the ATL, and MLB Network is your all-access pass, featuring all the top prospects in the Futures Game and Swingman Classic. All the selections from the first round of the MLB Draft.
The Washington Nationals select.
And all the swagger from celebrity softball to the All-Stars' big arrival on the red carpet show.
Stars!
It's showtime in Hotlanta. All-Star Week, only on MLB Network, July 11th through 15th.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Self-sweepstakes, sponsored by Marathon, for your chance to win tickets to the Carnegie Club, the most luxurious spot at the ballpark. Just download the Marathon Arco Rewards app, enter promo code GUARDS, and you're in. Want more chances to win? Fuel up at participating Marathon stations from June 24th through July 14th for bonus entries. Don't miss out. Reward yourself today. See official rules in-app.
The Bloom Daddy Show.
Played out in and around Cleveland.
Tomorrow afternoon, starting at 3 on WTAM 1100.
Well, the one-time Cleveland pitcher, Phil Maton. The right-hander, whom Cleveland eventually traded for Houston in the Miles Straw trade, now finds himself with the Redbirds. And he'll face Jose Ramirez. 2 down in the 7th. Bases empty. 8-6 Cardinals. Maton's pitch. Jose takes low, ball 1. Maton, sinker. He's also got the cutter, the curve, and the slider. Phil Maton, 33rd appearance, having a marvelous year as that pitch on the inside corner called strike on the slider. Maton, a 1.76 ERA. In 32 appearances, 16 holds, 2 saves. He fires, and it's a good-looking curveball, strike 2. Jose Ramirez 0 for 3. Now the right-hander's ready, and here it comes. The 1-2 pitch, way outside, off the glove of Pozo. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on, and Cleveland down 2. A 6-run fourth gave Cleveland a 6-1 lead. Now the 2-2. Hosey bangs one foul outside of first. Yes, Cleveland has scored 6 runs today, and that's like manna from heaven for the offensively starved Guardians. But they've only scored in 1 inning in the last 3 games. The 2-2. Swung on line to first, jumping as Contreras. Didn't have to, but it looked nice. And the inning is over as Contreras makes the catch, and we go to the 8th. Cardinals with an 8-6 lead. This is a...
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Show.
Played out in and around Cleveland.
Monday afternoons starting at 3 on WTAM 1100.
Second inning of work for Kobe Allard. Joel Pozo, the catcher, digs in. And he drives the first pitch in the air to medium deep left. Stephen Kwan in to make the catch. And that is out number 1 to right field when the Redbirds scored 5 in the 6th to reclaim the lead. St. Louis led 1-0 from the first inning until the 4th. The pitch to Scott, and he bunts it up in the air, caught in foul ground halfway to home plate by third baseman Jose Ramirez. Well, we've had a bunting clinic put on, and it's on how not to bunt here in the last 2 innings by these 2 ball clubs as Scott fouls out, popping up a bunt. Here's the top of the order, Brendan Donovan. Solo homer on the first pitch of the game. Incredibly, Cleveland pitchers 6 times this year have given up a home run on the first pitch of the game. The wind and delivery, and it's in there, a strike. But that was really all Ciccone gave up until the 5th inning, and he really looked in control from that point on. The kick and delivery in tight, 1-1. Still, it's a heck of a way to start a game. But if you're going to give it up on the first pitch of the game. You've got 9 innings to catch up. Pitch leans him back. Ball 2, 2-1. Kobe Allard, second inning of work. 8-6 St. Louis. 2 down, bases empty. 8th inning, and the pitch down low. 3-1. For the Cardinals fan base, they're in drought-like conditions. The 3-1. Up and in. Walked him. So Donovan been on base every time you look up. Second time he's walked today. Cardinals have not been in the playoffs in each of the last 2 years. And for Cardinal fans, that's unthinkable. They had been in the playoffs 16 times in a 23-year period in this century since 2000, winning the World Series twice in that span. Mason Wynn, the batter. Double, single, sac fly. Beg your pardon, a ground out RBI. So 2 for 4 with an RBI as the pitch to him down and away. Ball 1. Donovan at first, 2 down in the Cardinal 8th. Cardinals with a 2-run advantage. Allard's pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Slade Ciccone goes 4 2/3 today for Cleveland, giving up 3 runs on 5 hits. Matt Festa gave up 4 runs in 1/3 of an inning. The pitch fouled over the screen behind the plate, 1-2. Tim Herron gave up a run in 1 inning, and now Kobe Allard, 2nd inning of scoreless work. Cardinals were down 6-3 going into the 6th, and the first 5 Cardinals got base hits and flipped the script. Now the 1-2. Swung on, drilled to right. That's another Cardinal hit. Stopping at second base is Donovan. Mason Wynn with a 3-hit game. Here's Alec Burleson. You look at the Cardinals, and there aren't a lot of numbers that will wow you, but they're back to being the Cardinals of old. They have always been maybe as good as any organization in the game in teaching their minor leaguers how to play the game the right way. Here's Alec Burleson. He drives the first pitch straight up in the air to the shortstop Arias, who will make the catch to retire Burleson. And boy, when kids from the Cardinals come up from the minors, they get to the major leagues. They don't have to be taught.
I'm helping these kids be the best versions of themselves, and I'm also representing like where I came from. And then the Zilla team, I was working with a creative guy that was with Nike. I work with my best friend who manages this team with me, and we kind of just like put together like what we think would look cool. We went like Godzilla theme. You kind of get to help them grow up into a young man and help them just make the right steps forward. And that's really why I started it, to have impact.
Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Flat fee. Yep, instead of higher commissions, their only concern is serving you. How about that? Firelands Auto Group, where buying a car feels good again. Visit firelandsautogroup.com.
Make WTAM 1100 a preset on our free iHeartRadio app and listen to Guardians Baseball.
Phil Maton stays on for the 8th. 8-6 St. Louis. Carlos Santana takes a strike. Garrett Hampson now the right fielder. Shadows covering the home plate area. Pitcher bathed in sunshine. Maton delivering, and it's fouled at the plate. And Santana takes wide, 1-2. But a marvelous job by Matt Svensson, Steven Matz, and now Phil Maton. The Cardinal bullpen has shut out Cleveland on one hit since the 5th. The pitch, way outside, ball 2, 2-2. Nobody has more electrified vehicles than Toyota. The RAV4 Hybrid can go over 560 miles on a tank of gas and a 2-year no-cost maintenance plan. Santana swings, bangs one off Maton, caroms to the second baseman, throw by Donovan, got Santana, and let's make sure now that Phil Maton's okay. And Maton waving everybody back to the first base dugout, but he's still going to get checked. Santana drilled one back up the middle that may have got Maton on the back or the back of the arm. It then ricocheted where the second baseman Donovan made the play and threw out Santana. Boy. You wonder, too, for the pitcher on that ball coming back at him like that out of the shadows, how tough that is to see. Here's Lane Thomas, 1 for 3, a double. The pitch to him, and he waves at it, strike one. 8-6 St. Louis, one out, nobody on, bottom of the 8th inning. In front of a near sellout today, 32,484. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, it didn't look like Thomas saw that pitch. Now the 0-2. Down and away. Couldn't get him to nibble at the curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Moved it in on him. Maton strikes out Thomas. 2 down. That'll bring up Daniel Schneemann. Schneemann 0 for 3. Picked up an RBI and a ground out. Everstream is Cleveland's business only fiber network. Reliable connectivity your business deserves. Fiber, internet, Ethernet, and more. Everstream, faster fiber, better business. Maton sets, fires, and it's down and in, ball 1. His brother has played in the major leagues as an infielder. Phil Maton's ready. Now the 1-0. And it's fouled back and out of play. 1-1 on Daniel Schneemann. Now Cleveland got 6 in the 4th. Leadoff homer to dead center by Kyle Manzardo, 416-footer. Lane Thomas had a double that led to a run. Nolan Jones had an RBI double. Now the 1-1 pitch. In tight, 2-1. Gabriel Last pitch that Arias sees middle in. Man, that's the kind of pitch. If you miss there, Cleveland's got a 1-run lead. He's chased a lot of breaking balls away. Maton fires. Breaking ball way outside, a non-competitive pitch into the other batter's box. And they count 2-1. Middle in. Man, that's the kind of pitch. If you miss there, Cleveland's got a 1-run lead. He's chased a lot of breaking balls away. Maton fires. Breaking ball way outside, a non-competitive pitch into the other batter's box. And they count 2-1. Outfield playing Arias as if he were a left-handed pull hitter. Maton from the set. Here's the 3-1. High with the fastball, and they're loaded. All after there were 2 outs and nobody on base. Maton walking a pair, giving up a base hit, and a pinch hitter for Austin Hedges. It was going to be Bo Naylor. Now it's Angel Martinez. Naylor was called back. As manager, Stephen Vogt with more confidence in Angel Martinez. Plus, whatever the Cardinals want to do, bullpen-wise, you've got a switch hitter at the plate. The catcher, Pozo, out visiting with Maton. Nobody has come out of the Cardinal dugout. And Angel Martinez will pinch hit and bat left-handed here in the 8th. Bases loaded, 8-6 St. Louis, 2 down. Angel Martinez, 1 for 3 as a pinch hitter. Hits out of the open stance. Maton's ready. Here it comes. And he curved him on the outside edge of strike. Schneemann at third. Jones at second. Arias at first. 2 down in the 8th. 8-6 Redbirds. The 0-1 delivery. Curveball fouled off. And it's 0-2. Boy, Maton has gone to a lot of curveballs here in the 8th. The right-hander, hands held just above the belt, fires. Fastball up and away. That was a show-me pitch. But again, his pitches that are off the plate are so far off the plate today that no one's chasing those. Now the 1-2 delivery to Martinez. Curveball got him swinging. Maton leaves them loaded. 9th inning's next. Cardinals 8, Guardians 6. This is a Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
The
I'm going to go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of
All
basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
Crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, between August of 93 and May of 95, Tony Gwynn batted .406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
With Cindy Lauper, WTAM 1100.
Bo Naylor to catch. Kobe Allard, he's back out there. Third inning of relief work. Ninth inning, 8-6 St. Louis. Wilson Contreras taking. And a little bit low, ball one. Contreras, 1 for 3 with a double and a walk. Allard, that hybrid windup and pitch. And it's low, 2-0. 8 runs, 12 hits for St. Louis. 6 runs, 9 hits for Cleveland on a sun-drenched Saturday in Northeast Ohio. Now the 2-0 in there. Well, the Cardinals have one of the best closers in baseball. Boy, we saw him last September. He was unhittable. Now Ryan Helsley has not been quite as good this year. The pitch swung on, socked high, deep to left center. Forget about it. How far will it go? Halfway up the bleachers in left center. Wilson Contreras with number 11. And the Cardinals now lead it 9-6 on a moonshot. 430 feet. Halfway up the bleachers in left center. Wow, was that majestic.
He has been such a key to their lineup. They got him as a catcher from the Cubs, but the move to first has worked out well all around for this team, and his bat has really been a factor this season.
Now the batter, Lars Nootbaar, 1 for 4, a single. Checks and takes a strike. The kick and delivery. Up and in. And check swing. Did he go? Nope. Well, Wilson Contreras is not a real good defensive catcher. And when you're replacing any of the Molina brothers, you're always going to be cast in a dark light compared to any of them. Boy, Nootbaar seems to be hurt again. He's been dealing with an intercostal issue, and you wonder if he tweaked that on that check swing. He had a shot in the side, that intercostal area. Checked his swing there, and he may have tweaked it again. But he's convinced manager Ali Marmol that he'll stay in. They count 1-1. So not only did the Cardinals get better behind the plate with their catchers this year, but then they keep Contreras healthy. Here's the kick and delivery to Nootbaar, and it's in there, a strike. And they lose a Gold Glover and Paul Goldschmidt, and yet Contreras has played well above average at first. So it's been a win-win. The next delivery, and Nootbaar pulls it just foul outside of first. Well, he swung the bat fine right there. This guy's got to be a tough customer. Get a shot in your side like that. And he's staying in there. The 1-2 pitch to Nootbaar. Swing and a miss. Fastball got him. 1 down. And a strikeout number 2 for Kobe Allard. Cardinals with a 9-6 lead here in the 9th. This is how it's going for Cleveland. Shutout back-to-back games. Finally score. Now again, they've only scored 6 runs today. I say only. The pitch to Arenado is high. But they've only scored in 1 inning. That's more appropriate. 6 runs is great, but that means in the last 3 games, Cleveland's been shut out in every inning but 1. Arenado takes high off the glove of Naylor. 2-0. You always think back to what Tito said when he managed here, how important it is to score early, score first. The pitch in there, a strike, but more important to score next. And when Cleveland took that 6-1 lead, they never were able to score after it. And the Cardinals have roared back and lead 9-6. 2-1 delivery, swung on a weak ground ball to the second baseman, gobbled up by Schneemann, and he'll throw out Nolan Arenado for out number 2. That'll bring up Nolan Gorman, 1 for 4, an RBI single. He had one of the 5 consecutive hits in that 6th inning for the Cardinals. Cardinals starting a 9-game road trip to Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and then to Wrigley. Here's Gorman. Checks on a pitch in there. The next offering, swung on, smoke to right. This will take 1, 2, and then bang up against the wall on 2 bounces. Nolan's throw to second. Head first slide, out at the bag by 10 feet. Arias there waiting after the perfect throw from Nolan Jones in right on a ball that took 2 bounces before it hit the wall in right. What a throw by Nolan Jones and Nolan Gorman.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Customizable with endless options. Why the sheets not?
Cleveland's news, talk, and sports on WTAM 1100 and on 106.9 FM.
Ryan Helsley on the pitch now for the Cardinals, and he inherits a 9-6 lead. Helsley he's got a mid-90s fastball, curveball, slider. He had one of those career years a year ago, not that he can't match it. Here's Stephen Kwan taking a called strike, started him off with a slider. Now, the 2 best closers in the game a year ago wasn't even close. Emmanuel Clase and Ryan Helsley. Helsley's ready. Here it comes. Kwan takes, and he went again with the breaking ball. A slider for strike 2. Stephen Kwan today, a triple in 4 at-bats. Helsley had 49 saves last year. He's ready. Here it comes. Swung on, skied in the air, medium deep right center at best. And the right fielder, Hampson, the last moment gave way to Scott as the center fielder waved him off. One down, here's Kyle Manzardo. Helsley's one of those guys that he'd been a starter. He'd been used on other roles in the bullpen, and last year was his first full year in the closer role, and he can't do any better than 49 saves. Had an ERA of 2.04. Manzardo with a home run and a single, and he takes ball one. Helsley this year, what is stunning is how his fastball's been hit. The pitch to Manzardo, up high. The opposition against a mid-90s fastball is batting .436. .436. A year ago, the opposition batted .276. Now the 2-0, bullseye, 2-1. Now, slider this year is unhittable. Teams are batting .080 off his slider. It's just so hard to have those kind of years back to back. The pitch, swing and a miss. Kind of a half swing, and again, you're wondering how difficult is it in the shadows now to pick up the spin on the baseball. 2-2 the count, 1 out in the ninth. Cardinals on top, 9-6. Manzardo hit a bomb to dead center to start the fourth and make sure Cleveland wouldn't be shut out 3 straight times. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball got away from Pozo. Retrieves it down the third base line. High throw. Leaping grab. Contreras came back down in the bag just before Manzardo got there. A strikeout is out number 2. And Cleveland is 1 out away from falling under 500 for the first time since April 9th. 2 down in the ninth. St. Louis leads it 9-6. The set. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Bat almost made contact on the follow-through with the catcher, and the helmet went flying off the head of Jose Ramirez, who's 0 for 4. He'll swing it left-handed. 1 down. Check that. 2 down. Nobody on. Cleveland down 3 here in the ninth. Boy, July 1st can't get here quick enough for this club. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased one in the dirt. If Jose's swinging at that pitch, that tells you how difficult it is for the hitter to see right now. That's why it was so important that St. Louis got the lead back when they did, before the shadows became a factor. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive toward left center, but it slices toward Nootbaar. He makes the running catch. The left fielder hangs on, and that's your ball game. And the Cardinals roared back from a 6-1 deficit to knock off Cleveland 9-6.
Get Cleveland clean at Clean Express Auto Wash and wash anywhere with our Wash Smart Unlimited membership that you can use at every location for one low price. Learn more at cleanexpresswash.com. Proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.